Can I just get a quick prediction on the fight coming up between Khabib and Tony Ferguson? What's your thoughts on that, and how do you think that's going to play out?
That's a 50-50 fight for me, man. That's a 50-50 fight because they both have things that each other cancels each other out. Fuck, that's a good fight. I pray to the MMA gods that it happens this time. Is it 5th time's the charm, 6th time's the charm, whatever it is. Pray to the MMA gods. Offer a sacrifice. I'll offer a sacrifice, so that way the MMA gods will be pleased, and the fight will go through in April.
But you know, before the Khabib fought Dustin Poirier, I thought that Tony was just gonna blow him out the water. Thought he'd be too much, too tough, and his cardio would be too good. But after seeing that, it's very hard for me. It's hard for me to pick one in that. I might give it. If you're gonna put a gun on my head, make me. I'll go Khabib.
I think Khabib's gonna win. I think Khabib. I think it's gonna be a decision. I think it's gonna be the hardest fight of his life. I think we might see him bleed. Tony's got some crazy elbows, crazy distances and angles and times. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a factor. I think Khabib's gonna win.
Khabib versus Tony Ferguson.
Khabib time. Khabib, I think Khabib's gonna stop him first round, first punch of the very first minute of the fight. Khabib Nurmagomedov, that's it.
If that happens, would be epic, because I think that they've tried that 4 times already. But Khabib's wrestling is legit. Tony Ferguson is very good everywhere, even off of his back. But I think Khabib may pull that one off.
And Khabib and Tony, if it happens?
I'm going to go with Tony. I believe Tony will get Khabib out of there because Tony is a completely different type of fighter himself. He's unique, and I don't think Khabib had faced an opponent like Tony before.
Khabib is just a whole another type. Like I told him when I first got in, I'm trying to get on your level, bro. Like where I get people down and maul them. There's no question of am I getting up or am I gonna be okay. When he take you down, you're down. You enjoy the ride because he's gonna keep you there and he's good at it.
Khabib and Tony.
That's also a tough one, but I think Khabib takes it. Yeah.
Also a tough fight. I can't wait to see it also. So, yeah.
Khabib, split decision.
And if it finally happens, Khabib and Tony?
That's a crazy fight. I think Khabib is so dominant. Tony can definitely, put on a tough fight, but I still think that Khabib will dominate that fight.
I think Khabib wins in decision.
Khabib versus Tony Ferguson, I got Khabib all the way. Just going back to the Kevin Lee fight, me and Kevin Lee took Tony Ferguson down super easily, and he was controlling him on the ground. I think the staph infection affected him a little bit, and he gassed out, and that's how Tony came back. But Khabib ain't gassing. I think Khabib's going to be able to control him pretty easily, and Tony, he's not hard to take down. He literally goes to the ground because I feel like he's too comfortable on the ground off his back, and I feel like that's what's going to be his downfall. Khabib's going to stay on top, and his ground and pound more different than everybody else is, and I feel like Tony Ferguson is going to realize it once he's out there.
Khabib and Ferguson coming up as well?
Khabib.
And why Khabib?
Why? I don't know. He is monster, in this category. I don't know why, but I think he gonna win the fight. He take him down, punch, and he do what he do best.
Again, I like both guys, but Tony's my boy, so I'm going with Tony.
Why would you go for Tony, apart from obviously?
I think just overall his skill set is a little bit more diverse, and I think with Khabib, obviously everyone knows what he's going to do, and but yet no one's been able to stop it. I think Tony's unorthodox style, being on the ground and in scrambles and kind of having the cardio that he has, I think that he'll be able to to make it a little tough for Khabib to lay on top of you and pound you out like he's done a lot of guys. And then I think on the feet, I think he's more diverse in terms of with his punch, kicks, elbows, knees. I think he'll be able to get the job done.
And Ferguson and Khabib?
With this, I'm 100% sure that Khabib will make it. He's the superior fighter.
How do you think that would go down?
He will smash him. He will press him to the cage, take him down, punish him and punch him. Maybe he will survive, but I don't see Ferguson winning this fight. I mean, how? I don't think he has a knockout power, and I also don't think he can submit him. So Khabib all the way.
Khabib and Ferguson. I love both of their styles, obviously. I have to narrow to Khabib.
If you could give us a prediction for Khabib and Ferguson.
I think Khabib Ferguson is an amazing fight. Everybody want to see this fight. I think Khabib is smash Ferguson in the ground, 100%.
I'm a big Khabib fan, so I'll go with Khabib.
You have a record like that when you look at the competition that he's faced. Now, Tony Ferguson is a great guy. He lives in Orange County where I live now, and we have the same manager. So it's a difficult one for me to answer because I don't want to offend anybody. Tony Ferguson is a very, very unique fighter. He's very unorthodox, and he can pull out these crazy submissions. I think it's fair to say Khabib is going to take him down. I'm going to see some nasty ground and pound, but Tony is definitely capable of finishing the fight via submission. The only troublesome area I see for Tony, though, is his last fight against Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee in the first round took him down, mounted him, landed some heavy shots, and he was kind of saved by the bell. If Kevin Lee can do that to Tony, then Khabib sure as hell can. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tough fight. I'm sitting on the fence. We'll see what happens.
No, to be honest, I feel the same about Michael. I lean slightly more towards Khabib because his game plan's proven over 25 fights. He's just marched his way through people. And you look at Tony Ferguson, and Tony's got a very scattered game. It's very creative, but the core of it is not based in basics like Khabib's is. So for me, Khabib's going to stick to what he always does, and Tony's got to kind of attack him from the sides and try and catch him with something. Imanari roll, one of those flying elbows, one of the switch step cross right that he throws. He's got loads of really nice things. And what is interesting is that because he's so unorthodox, it's unlikely that Khabib's faced somebody like that before. So there is that element of surprise there. And Michael will tell you this as well. When you see Tony Ferguson, it's amazing how long his reach is. He's got really...
he's very big for the weight.
Yeah, I mean, so he's very awkward. Can catch you with weird angles. So I'm leaning towards Khabib. But I mean, it's a razor-thin fight. What do you think?
What's going to happen?
Tony, oh gosh. You know,
walking away.
I think actually, okay, so this last time is the first time I'm new to the sport, and obviously I'm young. The first time I ever saw Khabib fight was this last fight that he did. First fight I've ever seen him fight ever. So, no, I was like, holy cow, this guy's a murderer. So I'm going with Khabib. He's like the best fighter I've ever seen. So I'm really excited.
Thank you.